What's up, Mixnutters? It's your boy Marcus, back in the building, and today we are going to continue this week of love with a couple of crazy stories on why it's important to practice that self-love and outwardly love. Alright, we're going to be covering these Capitol rioters and them scrambling to get rid of the evidence now. Coming up next. Alright, so we already covered the Capitol riots and what went down on January 6th, but since then, they've been using all of the footage that the actual rioters themselves were taking to convict them, leading to them deleting social media posts and deleting pictures and trying to get rid of the evidence, which you cannot, because once it's out there, it is out there. But and new videos surfaced showing how severe it was and how many near misses a lot of the Pence got and Romney and everything. So things are ramping up, okay? And it looks like the only person that probably may get acquitted here is Trump. And none of them getting pardoned, and they all going down. Let's just take a look at it. So it's like some of the new video that came out.
Them, but most of the public does not know how close these rioters came to you.
On the left-hand side of the video, just inside the hallway, is the door to the Senate chamber. And watch how Officer Goodman provokes the rioters and purposefully draws them away from the door to the Senate chamber and towards the other officers waiting down the hall. The rioter seen carrying a baseball bat in this video is the same one we saw moments ago breaching the window on the first floor. Vice President Pence was still in the room near the Senate chamber. You can see Vice President Pence and his family quickly move down the stairs. The Vice President turns around briefly as he's headed down. As Pence was being evacuated, rioters started to spread throughout the Capitol. Officer Goodman passes Senator Mitt Romney and directs him to turn around in order to get to safety. On the first floor, just beneath them, the mob had already started to search for the Senate chamber. Speaker Pelosi's staff heeded the call to shelter in place. On our model, you can see the rioters in the rotunda in red and the Speaker's office again in orange. So this is a security video, so there is no sound. As you can see here, the staff moves from their offices through the halls and then enters a door on the right-hand side. That's the outer door of a conference room, which also has an inner door that they barricaded with furniture. The staff then hid under a conference room table in that inner room. This is the last staffer going in and then barricading themselves inside of the inner office. After just 7 minutes of them barricading themselves and the last staffer entering the door on the right, a group of rioters enter the hallway outside. One of the rioters, you can see, is throwing his body against the door 3 times until he breaks open that outer door. Luckily, when faced with the inner door, he moves on.
Alright, so while scores of Capitol riots flaunted their role in the January 6th attack, a growing number of insurrectionists are accused of covering their tracks by destroying cell phones, wiping social media posts, and threatening witnesses. After the sugar high of the storming the Capitol wore off, about 30 of the known rioters facing charges allegedly tried to destroy evidence or sanitize their social media profiles, according to CNN and FBI affidavits. One man is accused of stealing a police officer's body camera, and another told their kids to delete photos from their phones. Other rioters allegedly threatened family members who might turn them in or lied directly to FBI agents when they asked about their actions in Washington, D.C. Many of the attempted deletions do not seem to have thwarted investigations who have been assisted in large part by the seemingly endless supply of video footage from the attack. So, here's the thing. After all this hate, right? No empathy toward anybody else, no love for anybody else, no sympathy, no inclusion, none of that, right? Just pure hate. Where did it get them? In jail, unpardoned. All this done for somebody that don't even care about you. This being the week of love here at the Mixed Nuts channel, we need to focus on that, all right? Because showing some love, being a good person, rarely ends up with you being charged as an insurrectionist, aka terrorist of the country you live in, all right? Totally betraying all the things you said you stand for, like, oh, Blue Lives Matter, and then you try to beat it, and then you beat a police officer to death, FBI agent, with a fire extinguisher, rubbing crap all over the walls, literally taking doo-doo, rubbing it on the walls, beating police officers, making them beg for their life. You have completely abandoned everything, all because that hate leaked into you and you became a monster. And now you're deleting stuff, trying to get away with it, and it ain't gonna work. You ain't about that life. You would've wore a mask. I know you don't like wearing masks because you don't believe coronavirus real, but wear a mask when you're committing crimes, all right? And remember, don't let that hate take you down, because everybody that you said you hated, they're free right now, and you won't be for long. All right, so this next story is absolutely insane. There's this school, what's the name? Maria Montessori Academy, right? Now, initially, of course, this is Black History Month, and they initially sent out a letter to all the parents, giving them a chance, the parents, to opt their kid out of Black History Month. Now, here's the thing, it's called Black History Month, but what it really is American history. Now, if you claim to love America, you need to know about it. Now, don't try to shield your kids from the ugliness of America and make it seem like it was always great. No, it wasn't. Still not. But we getting there. Let them learn the truth. Now let's dig into this story here. Maria Montessori Academy in North Odin, Utah, after receiving requests from parents, sent out an opt-out form last Wednesday where those unwilling to participate in the school's planned Black History Month curriculum. The school would not reveal how many parents filled out the form, but now less than a week later, the school director says that all families are participating and the school is no longer offering the option to not participate. Celebrating Black History Month is a part of our tradition, and we regret that after receiving requests, an opt-out form was sent out concerning activities planned during the month of celebration. Now, why would you immediately try to teach these babies that they need to exclude things from their knowledge because the people in the history don't have the same skin color as them? We can't opt out of white history. Actually, you know why? Because that's dumb. It's called history. It don't matter who was in it. It's the history. What? What if I was like, I want to know history, but nothing with Jews in it? It's like, what? That's already dumb. You're teaching them to be hateful and dumb. And then you're going to wonder why their kids are all in all this trouble, all right? You teach them to hate young, they grow up to be hateful. Next thing you know, they storming a Capitol and they going to jail wearing a horn helmet. Dumb. Don't remove the love. Pump it up. You add hate to anything and eventually it's going to become an uncontrollable monster. All right? And that's going to be your kid. Luckily they turned this around, but why did they have to be called out first? You know why they got to be called out first? Because for the past 4 years, man, the hate has been ramping up. Time to go ahead and shut that down, man. And speaking of Black history, I'm not gonna dig into who this dude is. I want y'all to go ahead and look him up. But this dude, let me just tell you, this dude is a straight up OG, triple OG. Okay? This is Cecil F, your water fountain Williams. Look at his face. You know he ain't messing around. This was back in the day during the civil rights movement. This dude drinking out a white water fountain. Who does that? Now, that don't seem like a big deal now. We don't even have no white water fountains unless it's like literally painted white. But no. Back in the day, this was a serious action. And not only that, not only did he drink out of the water fountain, he stopped to take a picture. Now, there was no social media and there wasn't no quick pictures, all right? This dude had to set up the flash, get ready. You know, back in the day, you know, your camera was loud as hell. You know, it sounded like a thunder strike when the shit went off. But like, look at this dude. Took a picture, and he's forever a legend. He's a photographer during that time, and he was a damn good one. Give it up for Cecil F, your water fountain Williams in Black History Month. Throw him up on the screen, all the way big. Let's look at him. Now this dude right here, that's a true rebel for you, all right? Everybody hates you. They don't want you to succeed, and you still roll like that, because he's risking death here. So, that's why that's a real legend. Alright, Mixed Nuts, that's it for me today. If you want to support the channel, go to buymeacoffee.com/mixnuts. I'm about to make like a baby and head out. Remember, we got new videos coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And until next time,